Hello! It's me! This is about to be a very highly requested video. What did you do as a teacher during the global pandemic?
It was a scary time.
But despite my classroom being very empty, I'm still a teacher.
So if you want to see how I teach when there's no children, stay tuned. Hello, for real this time I'm actually going to tell you about what it's like to be teaching in the current global pandemic situation. I filmed that intro 3 days ago when I thought I was going to have time. And then we realized, holy cow, this is quite a lot of work to get school up and running from a digital platform. Can we just give a quick shout out though to the education system, especially here in Utah? We had school on Friday. We had a half day scheduled. We had that half day, and at about 5 o'clock on Friday, we found out we weren't going to be, in fact, coming back to school. We had originally planned to be here on Monday, Tuesday, half days to kind of give kids stuff and to get some teacher training and then go from there. But we found out Friday afternoon that was not happening. So on Monday and Tuesday, the teachers came together and we built an entire online school system and had it up and running by Wednesday. And I'm so proud to have been a part of something like that, where we took nothing. We went from literally zero and now have an entire online school system up and running. So I'm going to show you a couple of the things that I've been doing and kind of just talk about some of the stuff that's weird. I think I'll do it in small snippets and just kind of keep you updated as we go. This is part 1 of teaching in Corona. Not with Corona, I don't have any, but like during Corona. So the greatest resources of my life have been Loom. We are creating a morning message each morning and then using it to film a bunch of our actual lessons. So I've been making a lot of Loom videos. Love Loom, thank you. And then we decided as a team to do everything as a class website. So we used Google Sites to make a website, and this is my site up and running. So each day I post their assignment for the day with all the links in it for what they watch. So like today they watched a morning message and then they did a lesson on point of view. So they clicked here to watch that Loom video, and then they did a math Nearpod. They're still assigned to read for 20 minutes each day. And then today we had story time. So that's in there, and then all the stuff for Fridays on there, as well as some fun ideas. So we've got all of week 1, and then we'll start putting in week 2. We made them a big resources page with all of our school tech programs that we've been using at home. And so we have like the program, and then the link to it is right here. So they just click on it and log in. And some of them had additional login information. So that's what they're kind of using from home. But mainly Loom and Nearpod have been our greatest friends. And then I made a messaging system where they can click on here and send me a message, which is the greatest. So Loom and Nearpod are saving my life for digital education right now. Anyway, that's your current update on today, March, what even is today? 18th. I'm also really confused about the date now because I'm always filming stuff for the next day or 2 days ahead, and so I never actually know what day it is anymore. It's like some weird sort of summer situation. So there's that. This is now how school goes. We're both at work right now, teaching kids. I mean, I'm not complaining. This home office life really is not that bad. So I'm out in the hallway because I'm getting ready to go home, but I've officially decided to not come into the school anymore while we're quarantined. And so I'm taking everything home that I need. So this is me with all the stuff I need for 2 weeks of teaching. I've got 2 crates full of books and files and markers and papers and a couple of things of decorations to make my fake classroom at home. But I'm taking everything home so I can teach from home. So as I mentioned yesterday, I've officially moved to teaching from home. So we have an empty room in our basement. So I've got I figured out this back door is magnetic. So that's where I'm gonna hang up all my schedule of the day. When I do my morning meeting, I'll do that in this corner. This is my crates of stuff that I brought home. And then I set out some of the other things I brought home that I'll need for mini lessons that I'm doing. This will be everything I'm using for little guided reading-esque groups. I hung the posters up on the wall just because I don't want them to get wrinkled, but we'll kind of move those if and when I need them. I also brought home chart paper so that if I need to make other posters, I can. just showing you what I brought home. I brought one of our books from Wonders, some flashcards, dry erase markers, little questions for reading, a bunch of whiteboards, teacher manuals in our read aloud book. They're popsicle sticks because I used these yesterday to let kids speak on our class meeting. Flashcards. In here are tacks and some colored expo markers. I brought home Play-Doh, sticky notes, coin review, markers. There's a box full of all my fractions materials, some clock stuff for telling time. I wasn't sure if things would be magnetic, so I brought home my magnetic boards, my grade book, some stories for more guided reading, all the folders for the subjects we'll be teaching the next 2 weeks, blank paper, and some additional read aloud books. I did bring home some of the wrapping paper and my little hippo, thinking I was going to hang it up, but the wrapping paper is like 6 inches, so we're not going to do that. I did bring this little smile thing, and even though it won't be in my videos, I'll put it here just so I remember you're on camera. Don't forget to smile. So this is my Corona classroom. Hello. So as I mentioned this morning, I've got my mini classroom set up in this basement room with my magnetic door. We did some online stuff today with the kids. We, as in myself. I had some small group meetings that went really well, and then we did our story time, which we've been doing every day. It's been super awesome to just get together every day. So I'm going to kind of walk you through a typical online day for our second grade, because I know a lot of schools out there are getting ready to switch to online learning. So I just kind of want to show you what we're doing. So here we go. Okay, each day starts with a morning message from me on Loom, where I just record a message. Usually I just record myself. Today I actually recorded our class website so they could kind of see some stuff on there. We have a class website that goes over all their information. I might have already mentioned this. It's okay. And I just give them their assignments for the day. So they watch a morning meeting, they do some sort of language arts assignment, all that kind of stuff. So we just have it all on our class website. So this is our weekly schedule that we as a grade level team came up with, that we're just going to kind of follow basically a lesson revolving around these things each day. And then we'll do kind of phonics and particular information on our own. So yeah, I record a morning message for each morning, and then we kind of take turns. We've divvied up the work for the lessons among our team, so we're not all doing all the work. Which at first I was like, oh, but it's my class. Like, I want to teach my lessons. But holy cow, am I grateful that I am not recording every single lesson and putting every single activity together, because that's just a lot of work. So the kids turn in their work via email and a Google form that we have. They take a lot of pictures of the things that they've done and turn them into us. And I just basically field emails most of the day, answering questions and comments and concerns and putting lessons together for the next couple of days. It keeps me pretty busy. And now that I've started doing mini meetings with students, that's another like 2 hours in the afternoon that I'm doing stuff. So some days I'm like, oh, okay, there's nothing to do. And other days it's like, oh my gosh, there's so much to do. I just want you to know, if you feel overwhelmed by the whole idea of online learning, amen, sister. Amen. We've all been there. We're all going to be there. Our school's just officially got called off until May 1st. So we're going to be there for a solid 6 weeks. We're figuring it out together. This is new, uncharted territory. I keep reminding my kids, you're making history. Like, wow, we're so incredible. Mostly I'm reminding myself that so I don't have a panic attack. But like, it's really amazing the way that we've kind of come together and we're doing all this stuff. I look like I'm a professional, but really I'm sitting here wearing a blanket because it snowed this morning while I get ready to have a meeting with my students and teach them phonics. I love online learning. Sometimes online learning, I just recorded a class message and I had only one little weird error where I showed like the awkward background since I'm in a basement bedroom. And I was trying to log on to a different site and show them how to do it, and I stopped the whole video, and now I have to start over because I was in the middle of saying something and I wasn't done, and I'm frustrated. And guys, sometimes this is really hard. And that's all. Thank you for listening. Okay, Google Drive, what are you trying to like keep me busy all of quarantine? Why are you gonna take so long to upload everything? Heavens to Betsy. So one of the tricky things about doing our school online is keeping track of kids' assignments and like the quality of their work. So this is just what I'm doing, and we don't have like a requirement from the school of how to keep track of kids' work or how much work they have to be doing or anything like that. But I'm just kind of trying to keep track of who's consistently doing or consistently not doing things. And then there's a couple of the assignments that are like more important to me. And so I've been like more insistent about those. So I'm just going to show you really fast the Excel document that I created on my computer that I've been using to track all the students' scores. So I've got their names over here on the side where you can't see them, but I've just been putting an X if they did the assignment and then coloring in those blank spaces so I can see who doesn't do their work. So like this student has consistently done nothing that I should be worried about. This kid like missed a couple of things. It's not a huge deal. These ones that are red, like those things I need done. So those kids I'm going to get on about it. And these kids, they're like some things that I'm going to get on them about if they're like consistently missing stuff. Sometimes I put little notes for myself, like obviously they got help here, or this was more of a summary than an actual writing assignment. I don't see any on this one right now, but some of them have little like minuses next to it to show that like they did the work, but they did do an awesome job, just so I can kind of keep track of things. So then each day, so this was like all of last week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I just write down like what assignments there were that I can check and see if they did, and then I just mark down who did them. Some of the other teachers have been sending home progress reports. I haven't done that yet, but this is just how I'm kind of keeping track of things. I'm currently hiding in a basement bomb shelter of the local junior high because my roommate, who's a middle school teacher, needed to come and do a virtual tour for her students. So part of online learning is sometimes doing things you never would have done in your normal life, like entering a bomb shelter. Here we are. It's kind of spooky down here. This video is getting really long, and I'm sure there'll still be plenty more to talk about, so we're going to cut it off here and I'll just make another one with all the new exciting adventures as we go about this for another several weeks. I hope some of this was remotely helpful and maybe slightly humorous as we all deal with this strange time. Don't forget to subscribe. There will be more information about online teaching, and until then, see ya!